With the Super GT season starting back up in just a couple of weeks, literally 2 on the time of recording, and testing both at Okayama and Fuji now complete, I thought I'd shed some light on the history of the season. As a total novice. Here we go again. So, Super GT started in 2005, and it started with controversy. Oh dear. This was due to the former JGTC, which had been running in more or less the same format with the same categories since 1993. This was to replace the outgoing Group C cars and fielded some rather iconic liveries such as the Calsonic and Pennzoil Nissan Skylines of various iterations. I've previously stated in a video how much of a fanboy I am of these cars, but that's not how I properly found the series. More on that in a bit. However, with the JGTC wanting more Asian rounds after the 2, one in Sepang, Malaysia and one at Chang in Thailand, but the Ferrari International... Sorry, wrong series. The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, or FIA for short... Ferrari International Assistance... They would need to be categorised as an international series, and this didn't sit right. So they changed it to Super GT World Challenge, but the FIA didn't want that, as it would make it seem like it was a World Championship, when it wasn't, and that also requires extra FIA recognition. They also had a dispute with the Sports Car Club of America, which ran Speed World Challenge since 1990, and that would cause confusion as well. In my opinion, it wouldn't. Certain Americans would confuse it, but I'm sure everybody else would be just fine. However, this isn't the end of the controversy. They changed their name to the now recognisable Super GT, but only held one round outside of Japan, therefore returning it to the JAF. Deary me, are we actually going to have some stuff about the series, or just the controversies? Anyway, enough of the controversies. We're done for now. How I found out about this series though is rather easy. Many videos about the older JGTC cars and also weirdly the race, who had been broadcasting most of the rounds, and well, I tuned in, found the series interesting and kept watching. But alas, onto the actual tracks for this year, and yes, we are actually going to start talking about the series as a whole 3.5 minutes into the video. On the current calendar for this year, there is 8 rounds over 6 tracks. We have round 1 at Okayama on the 14th and 15th of April, then Fuji, then Suzuka. No, not her, or him. You know, the racetrack that Fernando Alonso went round a corner really fast. It's not like he does that every other week somewhere else now. Fuji, again, Suzuka, again, the racetrack, not the various people that share the name, Sportsland Sugo, Autopolis, and finally, Montegi. Now, ever the hopeful I am to attend one of these rounds, ideally Suzuka, because playing that track on Assetto Corsa is, and always will be, absolutely awesome, I could attach a lap, but my inexperience, sheer idiocracy, it's not worth it. Unless I stream something on the new Le Mans Ultimate game, but I digress. My Twitch is in need of a revival. We shall see. Either way, back on topic. Tyre suppliers for this year are Yokohama, Bridgestone, Michelin, and Dunlop. Nothing much needs to be said about them. Let's get into the teams. Now you're probably all thinking, oh, he's just gonna do all the anime teams. And, well, yes, Super GT has had its fair share of anime teams. Good Smile stands out at the moment. However, they aren't the only ones to have done this. So, without further ado, time for a speed run of all of the teams over the last 19 years that have had an anime character slapped onto the side of their cars that aren't Good Smile. 2008 had Disney and Toyota with the 95 car decorated like Lightning McQueen. Now also in 2008 we had Mola with 2 Vocaloids, and between 2011 and 2013 we had Dion on a Corvette Z06 with 48 car. Then Pacific with the first iteration of their Itasha cars on a Ferrari 430, the number 27 car. Then Haruhi Racing Porsche with Haruhi Suzumiya. Then we have Pacific again in 2015 with Love Live on the number 9, then Pacific again with a VTuber Mirai Akari, also on the 9 car, but Porsche 911, and then Pacific again in 2022 with a Hololive Cab person on a Ferrari 488 on the 9 car again. This no doubt isn't all of them, because let's be honest, it's Japan and I'm a novice, and well, Japan is all that needs to be said. Also, this is anime related, so technically I've mentioned anime. Now to talk bollocks for the rest of the video, and on to the current grid. We have 2 categories in the 2024 season. For starters, GT500. In the top category, we have Nissan with the 3 and 23 cars, Arta Mugen with the Civic Type R with the 8 and 16 cars, Morelli Impul, formerly Calsonic, with the 12 car, Toyota Gazoo Racing, Team Enos with the 14 car, Astemo Real Racing with a Civic and the 17 car, some team I can't pronounce in the 19 car, Kondo Racing in the 24 car, Tom's Team AU and Team Deloitte, I think that's how you say it, with the 36 and 37, Keeper Toyota Gazoo Racing with the 38, Team Sard Supra with 39, Modulo Nakajima Racing with the 64, and Stanley Team with the 100 car, also a Civic Type R. And now GT300. For starters, we have Muta Racing's GR86 GT with the number 2 car, Team Mac and Team Le Mans with cars to be confirmed but running numbers 5 and 6. I tried everywhere looking for these cars and the teams, but I couldn't find anything. No Instagram, no Twitter, nothing. Now I do just want to stop myself because I did actually find a picture of the 6 car. I just didn't do my research well enough. Anyway, back to the video. Then we have BMW M Team Studio with their M4 in the number 7 car, Pacific leaving it late with their 9 car entry this year, and no doubt will be another anime themed car. Judging by their Instagram, this is correct, and it's a Mercedes. My only source for this information was their Instagram. Their characters, I haven't a clue who they are because I've had my head in the sand again. Then we move on to Gainer Tanax in the 350Z with the number 11 car, Team Upgrade with the NSX GT3 in the number 18, Shade Racing in the GR86 GT in the number 20, RQS, their AMG GT3 22 car that is, Hoppy Shats GR Supra in the 25 car, APR in the GR86 number 30, APR again in the LC500 HGT with the 31 car. Why they couldn't run with the same car, we probably will never know. Ponos Racing with the Ferrari 296 in the 45 car. Nillies are unconfirmed with their 48 car entry, or I couldn't find anything at the very least. Arnage Racing with their ICF GT3 with the number 50 car. Green Brave with the GR Supra in the 52 car, Kondo Racing in the GTR with the 56 car, LM Corsa? I've written my script wrong. LM Corsa with the GR Supra GT in the number 60 car, R&D with the Subaru BRZ with the 61 car, Helm Motorsports with the 62 car, which I think is a GTR. I'll attach a picture. Leon Racing with the AMG GT3 in the 65 car. J-Lock with their white Lamborghini Huracan Evo with the Italian flag on it. Does that mean their strategy is out the window, or does that only apply to Ferrari? This was their 88 car entry. K-Tunes Racing with their RCF GT3, which was the 96 car, Tomei Sports with a GTR, which is the 360 car, D-Station Racing, who are the only people running an Aston Martin this year with the Vantage GT3 and the 777 car. And finally, the one you've all waited for, Good Smile Racing with their AMG GT3, the number 4 car, who have been slapping Miku on the side of their cars since 2008, with the first iteration being the BMW Z4. And I bet you're saying, oh, he supports Good Smile. And to answer that, yes, I do. You may call them overrated and whatnot, but I can support who I like. Like the World Endurance Championship, for example. I support Toyota. They've won the championship many years on the go now, and they're getting a decent challenge for once, making me want them to win even more, with the rise of the Ferraris and the Cadillacs, which, as a side note, those Cadillacs sound absolutely glorious. Either way, a fairly stacked grid this year, which hopefully means a lot of close racing, and me even attending one round. The only issue is I live in the UK and, well, the series is in Japan. But not to worry, September! The 6 hours of Fuji and the rounds of Suzuka 2 and Sugo are close to it, so I have my dreams. Either way, I can only stream this via Motorsports TV, as, well, I don't live in Japan, so it's not on terrestrial telly, but I'm hoping for a good year of racing, because the F1 circuit has gotten rather boring in recent years. And no, I'm not just talking about the domination of Max Verstappen, I'm saying it's been boring since 2013. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the slightly off-topic video, and even if I claim to be an anime channel. I mean, technically I made it about anime. Discuss in the comments.